Hi everyone, this is Hemantika Mitra, and I have started with Power Platform over for around 3 months ago, and today I'm here to discuss about a few things that have come to my notice that my peers and my juniors they are quite anxious that due to the things that Power Platform can do, will this endanger their job, or will this reduce their employment chances. So I'm here to burst all those myths and give a brief introduction about what the Power Platform or what Power Apps is basically designed to do, and how it is not going to endanger anyone's employment chances, because these are just environments which coexists, and it has been like there has been such instances which has been existing for since the time of advancement of technology. So these are the technologies that coexist, and it is not going to endanger any particular technology. So with continuing with that, I would go or give a brief about what it is, and then also show you case studies of where it has been used. So one can see the Power Platform as a platform that has been designed to help everyone, be a developer or a non-developer, to build things. Suppose, let me give an example. Suppose I am a student and I have a business idea, but at this age, the some of the things that I may not have. First is enough economy to invest. Second is the technical expertise which is needed. As we all know that now everything is going digital, so we know the importance of having an app at a disposal for our business needs, or a portal which is needed. I'm not even considering the different processes or the workflows that works in business sectors. So I'm just giving an example of a small startup. So these are the things that I may not have at my disposal. So what do I do? This is when such platforms come to our rescue. Since I have told a lot of times that using Power Platform, we can easily create, we can easily create an app within a few hours. So we can see that how easy this thing is. So basic, and this in no way is endangering other app developers or web developers. This is just making things easier for others who may not be technically adept, or this is just we know that technology, it has been discovered to help others become better. So we can just say that, or to make our lives comfortable, so we can just say that it is just making difficult tasks easier for everyone. So let me just quickly share my screen and show you some. Okay, so let me just show you some of the things that this shows the customer case study of Heathrow Airport. So here the highlighted paragraph, it says us that there are easily thousands of processes that could be turned into apps, but these processes would require hundreds of developers and years to even make a dent. While Heathrow has a robust IT department, they did not have hundreds of extra developers to begin digitizing processes, or did they? So we can see that what this thing is doing is it's just accelerating the process which has been going on. So yeah, the developers who used to spend hours doing the particular thing, they can now do the entire thing quickly, and they can, the entire process of digitization, it becomes a lot more simpler. So let's see what they have done. I'll be reading through the paragraph. It says that at Heathrow Airport, they have attacked the process of digital transformation by empowering the frontline workers to build apps and solve problems. So you see here that building apps and solving problems is no more restricted to a developer thing. Here developers and non-developers, everyone comes together, and there is a coexistence of both the categories. So Everyone and anyone can make an app, or anyone can bring their ideas into real life products. So this is what it says. This evolution, it began with Samit Saini, who decided to show what could be accomplished with Power Apps. Saini's business change manager requested a further look into the value of his 365, which led Saini to Power Apps. Saini began developing an app which held security information translated in dozens of different languages. Previously, this information was kept in a book located at security checkpoints, and Saini set out to improve this experience. So all this process, which was previously manual, it has just been converted into an automated process. Like most of the things that we used to do now, it has been automated. Similarly, this has also been automated, but with a simpler approach. So if you want, again, drop down the links so that you can read a detailed case study of the same thing. Now let me show you what is Power Platform. Basically, Power Platform, it consists of four things, that is Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Virtual Agents. So I'll just say 2 to 3 lines about each of these. Power Apps is nothing but, we can see that it is a low code development environment where we can build apps and also portals. Okay, that is, we can build web and mobile applications mainly for business purposes. So when we are building a Power App, it is very important for us to see our customer, to know who our customer is and who are we building this for. Next, we have Power Automate. So what does this Power Automate does? Let me give an example. Suppose I run an apparel company where I deal with dresses, or maybe and my customer, they want a particular dress which is now not in stock. So I would want them to inform via mail whenever that particular apparel is back in store. So the entire thing it so this can be a case of one customer, this can be a case of hundreds and thousands of customers for big businesses. So the entire thing, it cannot be done manual, that I am mailing each person one by one via mail. So we can automate this process through Power Automate. Next, we have Power BI. So you can read the entire paragraph, but I'll just say a few lines about it. This is basically, it helps us in analyzing our data. I have had conversations with few data scientists who have also said that how Power BI actually helps them in visualizing the data, and how much easier it has made the task for them. So we can see that all the four key points, they have their own different different works and importance, and how this can help people. Next, we have this Power Virtual Agents. Now we see that in every business process, since it is not possible for humans to reach out during every request or to answer to every queries, this is where we just define a particular set of questions which are frequently asked, and then we build a virtual agent to answer all of these questions, which again includes a lot of code. But here, using Power Virtual Agents, we can simply make a low or exactly zero lines of code Power Virtual Agent, and then we can integrate it into our web or mobile application. So we can see that here it shows how it is making our entire task easier, rather than endangering any of the things or any of the issues which might have come to our mind, that it might be endangering people who write code. So no, we see that there is a coexistence of both the things. Now I'll show you to prove my words, that when we go here, we see that Power Apps, there is Power Apps for users, Power Apps for admins, and even Power Apps for developers. So developers, so what are they doing? All those extensions and the customizations that are in Power Apps, they require code. So this is where developers come to the question, and this is where they actually use code to make all the plugins that we already use. So the hard work they have been doing for years using code, it has only been done to make things easier for everyone, to make tech accessible for everyone to use different platforms. And not depend upon a third person or an entity to make things happen for them. And so here we can see that there are a lot of other case studies where Microsoft Power Platform have helped different people. We also have heard about a teacher who have used Power Apps to educate the students. So it may be the reason, as we can see that in COVID-19 the teaching faculty, they needed to do a lot of technological, they needed to cope up with all this technological advancement to teach their students. So this is when such platforms it comes to use for them. So had my teachers or maybe some other teachers, they knew about Power Platform, or if we can tell them about the existence of such environments or such platforms, maybe they can create something without much technical expertise which will help the students. Or even we as students, we can create something which will which will improve our learning experience. So yeah, so this is a thing that helps us create things quickly rather than spending years and months and days after it. So basically this even I say that I generally look for things or maybe technologies that helps everyone or is for everyone, with my motto being tech for everyone. So this is the perfect platform that does no distinction between coders and non-coders. Everyone and anyone can create anything of what they want. And it's a plus point if you're coders, since we know that in Power Platform there are a lot of connectors. You can with your coding skills plus with your creativity, you can bring a lot of other connectors and plugins, and you can just play with the platform, and you'll see how interesting it is and how exciting it is and the wonders that it can do. So I hope that all those myths that you have been thinking about, that it might be endangering someone's existence, I hope I have cleared it through my video. Thank you for watching.